leaders, great and small. Uncle Eric here, Chef Eric Villegas for VacMaster, the leaders in vacuum packaging and sous vide cookery. Today I've got the most amazingly simple and delicious recipe you're ever going to make. It is a rack of pork. That is a bone-in pork roast. Just a bunch of pork chops glued together. And we're rubbing it with my Michigan maple spice blend. Simplicity. It's so ridiculously easy. You rub it with the rub, you vacuum seal it, you cook it, and you're done. How do you not want to do that? Pork! I do love me some piggy. What do I got here? Here I've got a gorgeous 6-bone pork roast. This center eye of the pork loin and the bones on it, if I sliced all the way down, you'd have pork chops. This is one huge pork chop, 6 servings. So what I've done is I took the liberty of Frenching the bones, meaning I cut the meat from the bones to expose them for a nicer look. You do not have to do that. As a matter of fact, the meat here is so delicious. If you do what I did, you want to save it because it's good. So we just trimmed it back. So you can see you got the whole guy here. And I got to tell you, pork is so economical. This is a lovely way to wow your guests with an amazing Sunday roast, but not spend a whole lot of money. Michigan maple spice blend. This is my delicious spice blend filled with Michigan flavors of maple and paprika and salt and pepper and all sorts of really great ingredients. And this is perfect with pork, perfect for barbecue, perfect for just about anything. I'm going to liberally dust my piggy with my Michigan maple spice. I'm going to rub it in, start on the top, flip the guy over, and I want every inch of this piggy totally coated in my rub, even the bottom bones. And we're going to vacuum seal this and obviously cook it sous vide. And the beautiful thing is during the lengthy cooking time, all these flavors are going to meld with the pig, especially the salt, which is going to help cure the pig as it cooks, and it's just going to give it a delicious flavor. And I might even dust it again right before I sear it. It's going to be so good. So both sides, just like that. Now, here's what I want you to do though when you're doing this. Stuff kind of goes everywhere, but that's okay. Because what you want to do is after you get most of it done, just drag it through on the board. Pick all that up. Don't let any of it go to waste. Just like that. Get the ends, pick it up off the board. Oh, and look at that. A beautifully rubbed roast. Ready to get bagged and this lengthy water bath of love in the SV1 circulator. So guess what? I vacuum packed the pork roast, but guess what happened? Disaster! The bag broke. But it's okay, it happens. Whenever you're vacuum sealing bones, sometimes the edges are sharp and it punctures the bag. So what do? Well, it's really simple. There's basically 3 ways you can go about this. You can get a VacMaster bag that's got a higher mill or a thicker VacMaster sous vide bag. That could take care of it. Or you could use what we call VacMaster bone guards. These are thicker pieces of flexible plastic that you can stretch over bones that might cause problems. That would take care of it. Or the third and the easiest, double bag. Look at this. See right inside there? See right inside here? It's already in there. This is the bag that broke. Then I put it in another bag. Really simple. Just slide it in the machine, pull the opening taut over the seal bar, open up the bag holder, place the bottom of the open bag in the bag holder, press it down, that'll lock it into place, smooth out the top, make sure there are no wrinkles so you get a nice, clean, easy seal, and then just drop the top and start her up. I like to press the top of the 112 just a little bit to get the vacuum going, but the machine just takes care of it all on its own. Open her up, and look at that. Double bag, ready for cooking. Now all we need to do is cook this bad boy, and it's so simple. I got my circulator, I got the SB1 set for 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, if you're into that kind of thing. And I like to cook my piggy 6 hours. And it's delicious. It's moist and it's juicy. But do you want to give your guests in your restaurant or in your home something that's truly going to blow their mind? Where they take a bite, they go, whoop. Try it for 9 hours. It's amazing.
Check it out! It's pig time!
About 6 hours, this bad boy was going away at 60 Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's time to finish it off. Just gonna grab a big old knife. Now, if you remember, we double bagged this just to make sure, because we had a little bit of puncturing from the bones, but not a big deal. And that's pretty easy to take care of by using the double bag technique. Or if you have problems with bones again, you could use the VacMaster bone guards, or you could use a thicker mill VacMaster bag. All sorts of different ways around it. Oh, look at this. Inside here, I have got one deliciously. Ooh, look at that pig. Delicious piece of pig. Now, I've got a nice carbon steel pan heating up, and I'm going to dry off my pig leaf, and you can see how beautiful it is right now. Oh man, the smell is overwhelming. But what I want to do is hit it one more time with my rub. Just a little bit, and we don't have to go too crazy on it because we do have quite a bit on there. And kind of pat it in. And now my pan's getting hot, and I'm going to hit it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Any frying oil of your choice would be fine here. I would just stay away from butter because butter would tend to burn at the temperatures we're using, because you can see it's smoky hot. Then, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna put it fat side down in the pan. And I'm just gonna kind of rock it back and forth because this isn't a flat piece of meat. As you can tell, it is rounded, and we want to get a nice crisp sear to the flesh in the pan. And what's happening is our Michigan maple spice, my Michigan maple spice has been engineered, has been designed, has a little bit more love into it that allows the meat to crisp up faster so you don't have to overcook it, still giving wonderful flavor. So let me see what we got here. How's that look? Oh, that's looking mighty fine. Now here's another thing you can do. We're going to be using this pan to get most of the searing done, but these bones aren't going to get a lot of color. I got a blowtorch here, and what I like to do is try and get the bones a little bit of color. It's hard to do in a pan. So you can see this guy here is ready for me, and I'm just going to go ahead, and as it's browning underneath, I'm just going to hit the bones a little bit with my torch, just to get a little bit of color, more reminiscent of the rest of the roast as it's cooking away. Now, this is a small culinary torch you can get at any culinary store, or you can easily just go to your local hardware store and get a butane torch, and those will be fine. Or if you're really into it, a big old acetylene torch. And just getting a little bit of love to the bones, get a little bit of crispness going, and it's going to look pretty gosh darn fancy when we're done. Okay, that's good there. Methinks? Nice. Put torch away. Now, pick it up. I'm going to put it on its side to get the cap, the ends done. So it's a little bit of work, and if this kind of scares you with a hot pan, you could obviously wear gloves or have some sort of kitchen towel handy. But I'm a professional. I do this all the time. And just kind of get the sides done. Get this one up, do this other side. Ooh, that looks mighty nice. Now again, I mentioned I'm using a carbon steel pan. You could use a cast iron pan. You could even use a non-stick pan, but I wouldn't recommend using a non-stick pan for something like this very much, because non-stick doesn't like high temperatures. It's more about moderate temperatures. And you want a higher temperature when you're searing a roast like this to get the best color. And you can see when I did the side, look at that, look how pretty that is. Oh, I know, that is absolutely delish. Now I'm gonna try to get the top a little bit, if I can. And just that rocking motion on a hot pan will do what we need to do. And I think we're good. Pick it up and bring it over. Look at that. That looks delicious. Now what we need to do is carve this bad boy up. You just want to take a moment and just drink in the delicious pig roast I have in front of me. It cooked for 6 hours at 60 Celsius, rubbed with our Michigan maple spice, and that was it. Just bagged, well, double bagged because we had the bone issue, but again, not a big deal, so easy to do. Then you drop it in, you've got 6 hours to do whatever you want. When it's done, you cut it out, you sear it, and you're ready to go. So look at it! My roast is ready, the chops are sliced. I love my maple blend so much, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a fine dusting, some added sabor, some added flavor to my roast. Oh man. And then, because we cooked in high quality olive oil and the meat was seasoned when it went in, the oil is seasoned as well. So I like just to take some of that oil and just pour it right over the top. I'm in culinary heaven. Who wants to try some pig? I know I do. Let me bring this big old chop over. Oh. Oh. And it is so tender. And it is so juicy. I mean, look at that. Look how delicious this is. Get a little flavor off the pan. Oh, cut that. The pig is singing to me. It's saying, Eric, love me. It's moist, it's juicy. The maple in the rub is big and pronounced. It's just got the lovely underlying sweetness that marries so well with the pork and all the other spices as well. It's just amazing. The tenderness, it's ridiculous how good this pig is. 60 degrees Celsius, about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. 6 hours, go 9 hours if you want something really tender. Absolutely delicious, easiest roast you've ever made. Enjoy. How was it? Did you love it? Wasn't it amazing? Thank you so mucho for watching. Thank you so much. You are what make it possible. Do you want more? Hit like, hit subscribe on your tablet, on your computer, on your phone. I don't care. I want to see you next time right here at the Fresh Mice channel with me, Eric Villegas. We are cooking. It's all about sous vide. See you next time.